Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Charaka Kodash. Give double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone, and a salute to the sincere elect out there. Aria, back at you with another lesson. We're in the ends. Right? This place of our captivity is nearing its end. And this is a soldier. I'm going to let him go in. U.S. soldier today.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Perfect timing. Come again.
So today is my last day wearing this uniform, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, fuck Donald Trump.
Yep, this is the sentiments that's kicking around the world. And the scripture that be coming to mind. We're going to hit the scriptures. I just watched a couple of these videos. Seeked out a couple of these videos on TikTok. They really speak for themselves. Check out this one. US losses from Iranian attack. Iranian just released a detailed list of US military losses. Right? Let him go in.
US military losses. Now listen to Ben my...
So I wonder why, maybe that's the reason why, you got a whole heap of, they call them, there's a word for them, innit? When you want to leave the military, what's the word? Hold on, let me come back. What's the name of someone who leaves the military? There's a word for it. Veteran or ex-service is a person who is no longer serving as someone. What is it called if you leave the military before your time? Military discharge is given when a military is a given discharge is given when a member of the armed forces is released from their obligation to serve. Each country is Hold on 1 second. What is a defector? Person who leaves their country, political party or group to join an opposing one. Alright, so he wouldn't fall under that. He's not a defector. But he has been given, what is it called if you leave the military? A military discharge. So... we're gonna see a lot of these. Some are gonna get out. Some ain't gonna get out. Some are gonna burn over there in East Asia, over there in Saudi Arabia. According to the scriptures, they're gonna be a whole heap of fire. We're gonna hit the scriptures. Let's get this one more time and then go in.
It's my last day wearing this uniform, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, fuck Donald Trump.
Right? Out of his own mouth. This is the feeling, the sentiment of a lot of the world. Right? Scriptures come to mind. We're going to hit them. Let's check this out.
So Iran has put out a list of all...
Just like the former military who just discharged himself or kicked out, whatever happened. Right? This is how the world... Maybe he knows a lot of things that we don't know. Well, we do know, but he knows a lot of things. Maybe, perhaps, he knows a lot of things that a lot of people don't know, right? But it's in the air.
The U.S. military losses. Now listen to Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch go through this list.
And Iran said, look, here's what we hit, and here's what we can prove that we hit. 47 radar and air defense systems, 44 support and logistics systems, 48 operational infrastructure like those containerized housing and barracks, 49 aircraft and aerial assets. You take a look at this list. Radar and defense systems, 7 command and control centers, 3 satellite communication systems, 6 Patriot air defense radars, 3 air and maritime surveillance control radars, 8 detection and early warning radar systems, 7 air and missile defense radars, 3 EPS radar systems, 2 EPS 117 radars, 5 long-range 117 radars, 5 long-range radars, 2 air defense radars, 1 tactical radar complex. Now support and logistics facilities. 6 fighter, jet, and helicopter maintenance centers, 3 support and logistics centers. These are all U.S. military facilities and equipment. 12 fuel storage tanks, 17...
So Iran has put out.
What you're watching right now is an Iranian drone destroying very expensive American equipment in Iraq. This right here is a Sentinel radar system. Boom.
Well, that's the spirit. It just went onto this video itself automatically. So it's giving you the eye visual here.
Blows it up. Destroyed, dude. And this other drone, it's just flying around this base in Iraq looking for something expensive to blow up. Oh, shit. There's a helicopter. Boom. Blew it up. But that radar dish cost $5 million. That Black Hawk helicopter cost $30 million. That drone that they used to blow them up only cost $500. That's a $1 to $70,000 ratio. So for every dollar that Iran spends, they destroyed $70,000 worth of our shit. To put it in perspective, if you go to the movies and it costs you like $20, that's the equivalent of a $1.5 million.
So
This thing's got a mind of its own. But let's go back to that one. That's a good one.
What you're watching right now is an Iranian drone destroying very expensive
Go
American
back to this.
equipment in Iraq. This right here is a Sentinel radar system. Boom. Blows it up. Destroyed, dude. And this other drone, it's just flying around this base in Iraq looking for something expensive to blow up. Oh, shit. There's a helicopter. Boom. Blew it up. But that radar dish cost $5 million. That Black Hawk helicopter cost $30 million. That drone that they used to blow them up only cost $500. That's a $1 to $70,000
You're losing. Trump, fuck Donald Trump, you're losing. Right? That's why people are faint-hearted.
ratio. So for every dollar that Iran spends, they destroyed $70,000 worth of our shit. To put it in perspective, if you go to the movies and it costs you like $20, that's the equivalent of a $1.5 million mansion or 2 Lamborghinis. Your choice. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, many a true word is said in jest. He be laughing, but he be crying. And he be saying the same sentiment as the former U.S. soldier. F Donald Trump.
I don't even know what to say anymore. We're not in a good situation. All politics aside, all left or right, we're not in a good situation. Not even kidding. Our ability to float $39 trillion of debt relies completely on the American petrodollar, which relies on keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. Right?
Enough said. Now, after hearing those two videos, I wonder what Donald Trump is saying. I wonder what he's got to say. Just check him out. What is Donald Trump saying?
Here today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action.
Right? Let's get it from the top.
What are 2 clips that give off the same energy?
Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and sadly, there will likely be more.
Some of you.
Right? He right on that. He right.
Military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and sadly, there will likely be.
There will be more. There will be more. Now, I want to find something out. Right, so that was a veterinarian or ex-serviceman, military discharge. He just got a military discharge. Donald Trump, I want to find out a particular word here. He is fronting, meaning. The term fronting means pretending to be someone you are not, or acting tough rather, or more acting tough, richer or more confident than you really are. Right? That's what Trump's doing right now. The structure comes from front, meaning an outward appearance used. Right? They're basically fronting, faking it. There's a dictionary here. Let's see what this dictionary says. See if I can get it in the slang. Pretending to have skills, knowledge, or confidence in order to impress others. Yeah, that's what you're doing, Trump. Donald Trump from this dictionary here, from this one here, this dictionary here, www.slang.org. This is some slang, but you get the idea, because you see what's going on, right? And that's why you got these former military residing. Is it going to go to it? All right, it's stalling. Doesn't matter. We got the point. Cambridge Dictionary. Let's go to this one. The word fronting. To fake. The fact of putting a word or phrase that does not normally come at. Reject. What we got here. Fronting known. The beginning of the sentence at the beginning, usually in order to emphasize it. No, they are unusual. She claims that an example of the Dutch ain't giving me what I want here. You ain't saying nothing here. It's just a fronting. It's just a fake language. Fronting. It's just slang. I can't see shit, but that's the point though. Fronting. What is fronting behavior? When one personality of a system person or this pretending to be someone you are not, or acting tougher, richer or more confident than you really are. The structure comes from front, meaning an outward appearance used. It's faking. Hold on, another one here. Faking it, meaning pretending to have certain skills, knowledge, emotions, confidence that you do not actually possess. Thank you.
More.
Some of you may die.
U.S. military service members have been killed in action.
So there you have it. He's saying 2, right? This is what they're pushing. This is what Donald Trump is pushing. 2 troops deleted, 5 hurt in Iranian operations. There will be likely more, and it's going up in the thousands, up there in the hundreds. I wouldn't be surprised if the amount of soldiers that have been discharged or discharged themselves or been deleted, up there in the hundreds, up there in the thousands. The last I heard was about over 500 soldiers deleted. But this is what he's pushing. So he's fronting. This is Donald Trump fronting right here. And it's no surprise why you're getting this.
So today is my last day wearing this uniform, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, fuck Donald Trump.
Right, let's hit the scriptures, because this is prophecy. Jeremiah 51, right? Jeremiah 51 and 29 says, and the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every person of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon. Yep. So we're in the last, this place of our captivity is nearing its end. Right? Because this is prophecy. Every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inheritance. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. They are discharging themselves from the military, right? As in so many words. They might have failed. They become as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Our bars are broken. Let me read that in the NLT. The mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks. Their courage gone. They have become like women. Yeah, let's get back to this. There was another one I saw here. Let's check this out. Alright. The mightiest warriors are no longer the mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks. Their courage gone. They have become like women. The invaders have burnt the houses and broken down the cities. Right. That leads me nicely into this one.
So Iran has put out a list of all the U.S. military losses. Mm, 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 mm. Now listen to Ben Mycelis from the Midas Touch go through this list.
And Iran said, look, here's what we hit, and here's what we can prove that we hit. 47 radar and air defense systems, 44 support and logistics systems, 48 operational infrastructure like those containerized housing and barracks, 49 aircraft and aerial assets. You take a look at this list. Radar and defense systems, 7 command and control centers, 3 satellite communication systems, 6 Patriot air defense radars, 3 air and maritime surveillance control radars, 8 detection and early warning radar systems, 7 air and missile defense radars, 3 EPS radar systems, 2 EPS 117 radars, 5 long range 117 radars, 5 long range radars, 2 air defense radars, 1 tactical radar complex. Now support and logistics facilities. 6 fighter, jet, and helicopter maintenance centers, 3 support and logistics centers. These are all U.S. military facilities and equipment. 12 fuel storage tanks, 17 warehouses storing weapons, spare parts, naval equipment, and aircraft components, 6 missile storage depots, operational infrastructure, 6 MQ drone hangars, 1 F-15 fighter preparation hangar, 1 drone hangar containing 8 factory new drones, 2 command centers, 1 aircraft carrier refueling platform, 1 P-8 aircraft hangar, 4 HIMAR missile launchers, 5 fighter aircraft hangars, 4 Patriot air defense complexes, 6 missile launch platforms, 1 fuel pumping station, 2 signal communication centers, 1 intelligence data center, 1 artificial intelligence and data processing facility associated with Amazon, 1 depot for remotely operated unmanned surface vessels, 1 fuel pier, 4 fighter aircraft shelters, 6 aircraft parking and operating ramps, and in terms of aircraft and aerial assets, 11 fighter aircraft and helicopters destroyed or damaged on the ground, 17 reconnaissance and operational drones, including 8 factory new aircraft, 1 F-15 fighter jet, 1 P-8 maritime patrol aircraft, 1 C-17 transport aircraft, 8 aerial refueling aircraft, 4 heavy helicopters, 6 stored missiles in the past 2 weeks.
Now I know you Trump supporters are watching this and saying you don't trust the Iranians. But let me ask you, do you really trust Donald Trump and his administration, who said they've destroyed their navy? It's at the bottom of the sea. They've obliterated their military. Operation Midnight Hammer was a victory, and there's no more nuclear weapons in Iran. And then they turn around and ask for $88 more billion, and you see our soldiers coming home in body bags. Get your heads out of his rear.
15 fighter preparation.
You can't make this up. I'm going to read it again. Jeremiah 51 and 30 in the NLT. Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks, their courage gone. That's exactly what he's saying. Their courage gone. They have become like women. Their invaders have burnt the houses. Right? You can't make this up. U.S. losses from Iranian attacks. Radar and air defenses, well, I'm just going to break it down simple and plain. 47, that's the radar and air defenses. Operational infrastructure, 48. Support and logistics, 44, good number. Right? Aircraft and aerial assets, 49. Boy, the scriptures don't lie, right? They have become like women. The invaders have burnt their houses and broken down the city gates. So Trump, what? Trump, you fronting, you faking, right? According to the scripture, everything is on point here. Let me get another one, right? Just to back up what I just read. And who's behind it? Yehovah Shimi Hoshai is behind it. Let me hit this one as well. One of my favorites. Isaiah 13 and 4 says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains like as of a great people. The tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gather together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. So the Most High is behind this. And these are strategic strikes that Iranians are doing. And Trump be faking, saying, oh, there's only just 2 people just been deleted recently. 2. You're saying there will be more because, yeah, eventually people going to catch up. People going to get their heads out of his rear end. And they're going to catch up that he's just fronting 2 people, up to 5 people, 5 military, civilians, something like that, he said. two people formally just deleted. Let me see what he said. Here it is. Trump reacts as 2 US troops deleted, 5 hurt in Iran operations. There will be more. Yeah, because you know there's done. You done know already. Done know already. Goes up there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was up there in the thousands. So who is behind it? All right. The kingdoms of the nations gather together. The Lord of hosts must drift the host of the battle. He's behind it, as we know. The king, right? The king shall hate the whore. The king shall hate the whore. As a matter of fact, Lord willing, we're going to bring that out. But the point is done made, right? The scriptures don't lie. The men, them are cry like woman, right? It's supposed to be mighty men are crying like women. So this would be Joel chapters 2, what we see in there. The war, this is the war cry, Joel chapter 2, and let's hit 20. But I will remove afar off from the northern army and drive him unto a land barren and desolate. That's taking place right now in what is called the so-called Middle East or Saudi Arabia. There's soldiers there. A lot of them ain't going to come back. And we see the US losses from Iranian attacks here goes up in the hundreds. Right? And he's just Trump be fronting. Right? And the land barren and desolate with his face toward the east, sea and his hinder part toward the uttermost sea. And his stink shall come up, and all his savors shall come up because he have done great things. Yeah, that's the dead bodies, right? And that's ultimately them taking a loss, right? All the dead bodies going to pile up over there in Saudi Arabia, so-called East Asia, right now, right? Which is known as otherwise as the Middle East. So there's going to be a whole heap of stink, a whole heap of dead bodies, right? And the lie he's telling is he be stinking up the place. You heard that saying before? The man be stinking up the place because of his lies, his fronting. Let's hit this one. And we're going to end it off. The point done made. Isaiah 31, and we're going to hit it in the NLT. First of all, we're going to get it in the KJV. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. That's why them are Baal. And when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he and he that helpeth shall fail, and he that helpeth shall fall down. Hopen shall fall down, and they shall fail together. Now in the NLT. For these Egyptians are mere humans, not God. Their horses are puny flesh, not mighty spirits. Yep, Trump is a faker, a frauder, right? And he be fronting. When the Lord rises his fist against them, those who help will stumble, and those being helped will fail. Right? Once again, this is all of the Lord. He must drift the host of the battle. Right? La Yahweh Tazaba'awaf in the Hebrew. La Yahweh Tazaba'araf. The Yahweh is the host of armies. He be stirring it up, so to speak, stirring the spot, stirring the pot, mustering the host of the battle. Right? He's behind all of this, what we're seeing now. Right? They're beginning. Esau is taking his first. I ain't gonna get it. The point is done made. I might get it, but you know the one, Isaiah 47. Come down and sit in the dust, oh you virgin. He's losing his virginity, right? Yeah, he's gonna take a massive loss. They will all fall down and die together. You can't make this up. This is what's happening. Let me start again and take my time. Isaiah 31 and 3 again. For these Egyptians are mere humans, not God. Their horses are puny flesh, not mighty spirits. When the Lord rises his fist against them, right, we're going to see what they're really well and truly made of. See their true colors. A lot of them are crying, as we just saw. Against them, those who help will stumble. Those being helped with will fail. Yeah. The weak shall draw them out. Yeah? Surely the weak shall draw them out, and that's what we're gonna see, right? Because there's someone waiting, right? The big boogeyman, right? The Russians, right now they're just peeping, rising their heads. You can see their eyes looking over, seeing what's going on, right? They will all fall down, yeah, including the Russians and the so-called what they believe is and the Chinese, what they believe is the next superpower coming up, right? But little do they know is the Lord is mustering the host of the battle. They will all fall down and die together, but this is what the Lord has told me. When a strong young lion stands growling over a sheep, it has killed. It is not frightened by the shouts and noises. Shouts and noise and a whole crowd of shepherds. In the same way, the Lord of heaven's armies will come down and fight on Mount Zion. There you have it. Right in the heat of the battle in the WW3, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshua will intervene, right, and quash it, right? That's the grand finale. Kala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. That's why they're my ball.
So today is my last day wearing this uniform, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, fuck Donald Trump. So today is my last day wearing this uniform, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, fuck Donald Trump.
This place of our captivity is nearing its end. The mighty man dem a ball. That's why we see what we see now. The mighty man dem a ball, and yes, surely, as a matter of fact, I'm going to end with it. Revelations chapters 17 and 16 says, and the 10 horns which you saweth upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Right? So you got the in-house fighting, and then you got all the other nations, the 10 horns, NATO and the EU. Right? The stage is set. Right? NATO shall hate the whore, the nations, including America's allies, shoot missiles at her. Right? The beast shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat up her flesh and burn her with fire. Right? All these nations are going to turn against her. So NATO nations are 32 currently. EU nations are 28, and they are interchangeable. Right? So Turkey, for example, is UK. The UK is a NATO nation, but not a EU nation. France is a NATO nation and not a EU nation. Just some side information there. But yeah, NATO nations and the EU are going to turn against, right, Babylon and burn her with fire. But you're not forgetting, there's going to be a whole heap of in-house. There's a lot of in-house fighting too. That's why we're getting soldiers discharge themselves. And a lot of them are going to, if they don't discharge themselves, they're going to burn anyway, whether they're in the army or not. Going to burn up. Right, that's the last. As a matter of fact, I got one more scripture. One more scripture. Isaiah 19 and 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to their idols and to their charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to their wizards. Right? But they ain't going to be able to do nothing for them. Let me read that again in the KJV, in the NLT. And the Egyptians will lose heart, and I will confuse their plans. They will plead with their idols for wisdom, and call on spirit mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. And I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master, a fierce king. That's what we got right now. Nero 47. He's back. He's back. Cruel master and fierce king, and he will rule them, saith the Lord, thy power. The Lord saith thy power, the Lord of heavens of armies. And he be behind this, mustering the host of the battle. Right? So he's all behind this, and the mighty men are fainting. They want out. Any way they possibly can, they want out. So this kingdom is on its way out. This place of our captivity is nearing its end. Until the next one.